Hello YouTube, and welcome to the third installment of the Out of the Park Baseball Moneyball series replay. Yeah, we're into the month of June, and let's just get underway. So far the results have been pretty accurate as far as the first 2 months. May was better than historical. Historically, May was a disastrous month for the Oakland Athletics, where they got off to a very poor start in May and ended very strong, and then June was a phenomenal month. So let's go ahead. Presently we are second in the division, and yeah, let's go ahead and simulate the month. Apparently we released this guy Mike Holtz. I never heard of him before, but anyway, let's get through the month of June here. There's the simulation window, and there you go. Okay, so let's take a look at the standings. And still in second place, doing very well with a 49-31 record, but it's only good enough for second place. We're 3.5 games behind the Angels, who are having a phenomenal season. Just absolutely ridiculous, 52-27. That could be difficult to surpass. Now we are in the wild card hunt, although we're a game back of a wild card bid. Pitching is still doing phenomenal. Mark Mulder on pace for his best historical season. Barry Zito 9-2, phenomenal. Hudson not doing quite as well as historical, but everyone else is pretty accurate here. And in this video, what I wanted to talk about was Miguel Tejada. Miguel Tejada is having a great year in here. A 301 average. He's got 14 homers, on pace for 28. And what I'm really going to spend the most of the rest of this video talking about is the fact that the movie Moneyball mentions Carlos Pena as if he's the only major star that the Athletics have, and that's just, it's laughable. I don't know how they got through an entire video, an entire movie about the 2002 Oakland Athletics, and not once was Miguel Tejada mentioned. And that's a pretty important thing to consider that they left out, because Miguel Tejada's 2002 season was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. He hit, in his seasons prior, in 2001, Tejada has a 267 batting average, which isn't terrible, but it's not great. 31 home runs, which is good, and 160 hits, which is good. Very good, very good hitter. In the game, he's doing similar. He's hitting 301, so he's doing much better. Historically, he did even better than that. Historically, he had a 308 average with 38 home runs, or I'm sorry, 34 home runs and 131 RBIs. He had 3 more homers than the year before. He had almost 20 more RBIs than the year before, and almost 40 more hits. He had over 200 hits. It was an absolutely ridiculous year. He won the AL MVP, and it's not even mentioned. They claim that Pena's the only star they have, and maybe it works better for the movie, certainly. But I mean, it's typical Hollywood. It's absolutely false, and I don't know how in the world they get away with it, but they do. Anyway, comparing the simulation to historical, 19-9 record in June, very good. In that simulation, historically in June they went 21-7, so slightly worse than historical. We're not in first place, which is also not great. Pitching is dominating the show, just as per historical. So another very, very realistic and very accurate, although slightly different simulation than history. Obviously, we're not in first place right now. I highly doubt we'll win 20 in a row. But yeah, and I go back, checking on Jermaine Dye here. He's doing, relatively close to historical, so a lot of the results are the same, but obviously, games here and there are different, so it the game does a great job of showing how things may have turned out differently. But yeah, the biggest thing on this video was just my stunned disbelief in how Moneyball just ignores one of the greatest seasons in Oakland shortstop history with Tejada in 2002. And if you like this video, check out the next one. yeah, but that's going to do it for this one. Like, rate, and subscribe.